All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Baruch Harkwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders of the great millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out here toiling in this truth. And shalom to the few Akwathim, the sisters that listen and learn in silence. To all of you, I say shalom. I'm the priest Pathak Amath, GMS Dallas, and I'm just coming back at you with a really quick hit lesson. I'm in transit, heading to the live stream at the camp house with Elder Yashawama and them, and the spirit just hit me to hit record, and just a little something real quick through the spirit. Winter time of Jacob's trouble is upon us, and this cruel Lord, Donald J. Trump is he's doing his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And he hates you tribes, man. These people know who we are, man. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of Negroid descent. You make up the no longer lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? We know who we are in these times, man. We know who our enemies are, which is all 17 other nations outside of the nation of Israel. But ultimately, the Edomites, man. The so-called self-proclaimed white man, woman, and child. Those are our primary enemies, man. You know what I'm saying? And DJ, DJ T, hey, bro, he's one of them. He's one of our primary enemies, man. That's why he's going after the tribes, man. You know what I'm saying? You got all these immigrants, the Afghans, and then the Somalians, and all these different other nations that's receiving the SNAP benefits and the EBTs and all that, And but the face of it is you tribes, man. Jake, especially the so-called black woman. So that's just part of that perpetual hatred that these devils have for us and towards us, pursuant to Ezekiel the 35th chapter. You know what I'm saying? They have a perpetual hatred, which is a never-ending, ancient, never-ending hatred. And that's what you're seeing, man. And this cruel Lord is reigning, and he's after you, man. You know what I'm saying? These devils and the pride of Esau, how they actually feel about you is coming out in these times, man. From so-called self-proclaimed whites, man. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing it, in real time, So it's not going to get any better, man. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say it, Daniel the 12th chapter, Jeremiah 30:7, a time unlike any other since there was a nation. You know what I'm saying? That the time of Jacob's trouble, So it's not going to get better before it gets worse, man. It's got to get worse first, through much tribulation. Acts 14:22. Through much tribulation shall ye enter into the kingdom of the Most High. So we got to go through tribulation, trouble, man. Which is that Jacob's trouble, which is we're in. It's upon us. We're in it. So it's not gonna get better, man. It's gonna get worse, so it's about to get real ugly, man. Perilous times. We're in perilous times, and Jake don't even understand that we're in perilous times, man. Jake out here playing games. Esau at the range, and Jake out here, on some BS and nonsense, some folly, some madness, man. Things that don't even make matter or make sense. That's what they're into and all about right now. They're gonna get caught slipping, man. But it is what it is. So I just want to get a few scriptures because we're in those, Jacob's trouble, terrible time, perilous times, evil day, evil days. We're there, man. We're there. We're in those times. So I just wanted to get a couple of those scriptures real quick, and then we'll bring this thing to a close because I'm about to pull up. As you see on the screen, this is Ephesians the 5th chapter, and I'm gonna start at verse 15. And it reads, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. That's what the scriptures deal with, the wise and the foolish. You know what I'm saying? If you're wise, you're prudent, man. You're moving with wisdom. If you're a fool, then you're doing the opposite. You know what I'm saying? You're not taking into account knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, which Isaiah 33 and verse 6 goes into. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, the knowledge, that's what's going to sustain you, man, in these times that we're coming into, that we're in, not coming into, we're there. We're in those times, but the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is what's going to get you through it, That's going to be the strength of your salvation. That's going to be the, as a matter of fact, I'm messing it up. Let me real quick. We'll come back to Ephesians 5. Let me get that real quick. Isaiah 33 and verse 6, it says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So that's what's going to keep you stable, man. Get you through it. The knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding, man, because first of all, we understand these things must needs be. They have to happen. They're prophecy playing out. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to be bugging out when these things happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to sustain you. It's going to keep you stable, man. You're not going to be running around like the average of Jake and these people like a chicken with their head cut off. You know what I'm saying? All over the place, man, because their windows are darkened pursuant to Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no answers. Well, we have the answers, man. You know what I'm saying? The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding gives you the answers, man. So you're not out here bugging out. So let's go back to Ephesians, the 5th chapter. I just didn't want to mess that up. I was quoting it and messing it up. So it says Ephesians 5 and 15, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Using wisdom, man. 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil. There it is, man. We're in evil times. Evil days are upon us, man. The days are evil, man. You got evil people are reigning over you right now, man. The wicked. The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. Job 9:24, man. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that control and rule. They're controlling everything, your food, your air, the things you drink, clothes, everything. And everything is off, man. You know what I'm saying? It's lowering your vibration, man. You know what I'm saying? These devils are man, when the Lord said they're the wicked, they are the wicked, and they're set up for this very thing here. The days are evil, the day of evil. So let's get that real quick in Proverbs. This Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 4, because that's their purpose. The Lord, Proverbs 16 and 4, the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. And we're here. We're in the evil day right now, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's these devils' purpose. Why? Well, let's get that real quick. Let's go to Romans, the 9th chapter. Romans 9, and we're going to drop down to verse, 20. We'll start at verse, let's get to the point. Verse 22, Romans 9 and 22, it says, what if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. That's who they are, man. They're the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, because when you read up verse 13, Romans 9 and 13, it says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. He hates the Edomites. They're the vessels of destruction, fitted to dishonor, Salakia, fitted to wrath and destruction, man. And he said, Jacob have I loved, man. So if you keep reading, it says in verse 23, and that he might show, Salakia, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory. That's Jacob, man. He loves the nation of Israel. He hates the nation of Edom, Esau, Edom. You know what I'm saying? And they're vessels of wrath fitted to Salakia, the vessels of dishonor fitted to wrath and destruction, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the Lord is going to allow these devils to do all these things. It's to take care of the wicked of our nation. 2/3 of Jake is just wicked. They have to be cut off and die. Zechariah 13 and 8. You know what I'm saying? Because they rejected this knowledge. So the Lord is going to reject them pursuant to Hosea, the 4th chapter and verse 6. So all this has to happen. They have to get their pay. You know what I'm saying? Their reward. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get one last one. I think it's in Timothy, 2 Timothy 3. What happened to it? It was up there. There it is. 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. And it reads, this know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. And those perilous times, they're here, man. These things are gonna get worse. People are crashing out. Things are jacked, man. You know, this is going to get worse, man. It's not going to get better. Got people leaving the country. You know, these Edomites are leaving the country to go to other countries and live. And, you know, hey, bro, we're here. It's finna get worse and worse, you know. Again, Jacob's trouble. You know, a time unlike any other since there was a nation. So the perilous times are on the way, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to get better. It's got to get worse before it gets better. You know, after that, the kingdom of heaven, you know what I'm saying? And everything is going to be beautiful, you know? So, but right now, yeah, we're in perilous times. We're in that evil day. And Jake is playing games, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the time to play, man. It's time to take heed to the men of the Lord, the prophets, beginning starting with Apostle Tahar on down. You know what I'm saying? And take heed, man. You know, get this knowledge while, as a matter of fact, one more. Let's get one more. Let me get this back in the, let's get one more. What is that? Isaiah 55 and 6, I believe. This is Isaiah 55 and 6. And it reads, Seek ye Yahweh Bashem Yahushai the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. And that's now, man. He's near now because he's got his prophets out here. So that's the extended hand from the Lord to take his counsel. Proverbs, the 1st chapter, man. You know, they're going to reject this counsel and he going to laugh at them, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not the time to be playing games, man. You know, when your calamity comes, like he says in Proverbs, the 1st chapter, man, the Lord is going to laugh, you know. So seek ye the Lord while he may be found. That's now, man. You know, this is that, like it says in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, this is that grace period, man. What are you doing with your grace period? Stop playing. Jake out here playing, you know, when it's time to seek the Lord, man, you know. So, hey, either take heed or not, you know what I'm saying? So I just, like I said, through the Spirit, the Spirit hit me. I just want to put something on wax, you know. I'm going to walk in here into this live stream now. And, you know, hopefully this was edifying to the hopeful elect. With that, giving all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahar Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders of the great millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath, Shal Dawadah. Shalom.